We've just been living in absolute torment and torture. That's the only way really we can describe as a family what we've gone through. It just kind of hits you then. I was just in complete shock, trembling. I just remember this fear of, oh my gosh, he said, this means forever, you know, I'm never ever going to see him again. And he was so happy, he was so happy-go-lucky in his everyday life, so laid back, and nothing fazed him. He was kind of the last person you'd ever expect to do something like this. We had nothing. We weren't given so much as a leaflet with a helpline number. We were just left reeling with all these unanswered questions: why, who, how. And I always thought, you know, where's this support? Where's this team of professionals around me? Where's this expert in suicide coming in to tell us what's happened and why it's happened? After Jacob's death, we learned that male suicide is the biggest killer in young men under the age of 50. And we thought there's something that needs to be done. If this is the biggest killer, why aren't there things out there for young men? Why aren't there posters, leaflets, people speaking about suicide and mental health and well-being? So we decided to kind of hit venues where young men frequent. So we went to the gym, we went to rugby events, boxing events, and we held small presentations. We had silicone rubber bands made with raising awareness of suicide, t-shirts and hats and various merchandise, just to get it out there, to get talking about it. Jacob was one of many young men within the local community who'd taken his life, and I just thought that people within the community need to be trained up on suicide intervention and prevention. The day that Jacob died, he left the local rugby club, and I always thought if there was that poster there as he walked out of that rugby club addressing young men's thoughts and feelings, do you feel a bit down, you know, this is what you can do, just, you know, a bit of a self-care, coping mechanisms, as a safety precaution, or maybe a helpline number or somewhere that they can text. And for me, that's not there. So we just feel that that could be part of our campaign through the foundation, is to produce a poster which addresses young men's thoughts and feelings and coping mechanisms. And by that way then we feel that it'd be giving young men a voice. We could provide families with just information, organisations, helplines. We can provide, you know, fast track families into counselling, to speak to trauma specialists, and provide retreats, just kind of getaways, because we just feel that you're just left to carry on in this world and you're just simply exhausted. You know, you need time out, you need to process what's happened, and that's very difficult, trying to process that and carry on in this fast environment and world that we live in. So it's just be able to give families, you know, time out, be able to go to safe places and talk about, you know, what they've gone through, and hopefully break that stigma as well, and you know, about that around that shame, that guilt that you feel when this has happened within your loving family. What's happened to Jacob can never ever be undone, and it's been a horrendous tragedy and heartache. But we feel if we could save just one life or one family from going through this horrific ordeal, it will all be worthwhile. We would just like to thank everybody from the local community, because without your help, love and support, none of this could be possible, and we wouldn't be able to start making changes to young men's lives.